Hey guys, coming over. Plane's over there. So this one we're flying today is a Cessna 206 and it can fit 6 people. Weather forecast for today, beautiful conditions. Hopefully be able to see the Sydney Harbour and also the beaches. So we pilots will be sitting over here at the front and I'll show you where we'll be sitting, okay? So you'll be seated at the back over here and Mitch is going to hand you your headsets. Alright, so just watch your leg.
And we are good to taxi.
Okay, I'll start checks complete. I have control.
Alright, your aircraft.
Banks and ground, good morning. Cessna 206 Alpha Zulu November on Lima with echo request taxi for a crosswind departure.
Alpha Zulu November, Banks on ground, taxi to holding point Alpha 8, runway 2, land and right, time 17.5.
Sitting nice at 700 RPM, fuel flow is good, oil pressures.
Taxi all Bravo ground, taxi Alpha and Bravo to Bravo on a bay report ready from the bay.
You guys ready?
Okay, so what is this course?
So it's a Diploma of Aviation through TAFE New South Wales.
Right, and how long does it take?
So it's a 12-month course. You do 2 weeks of ground school and TAFE, and you do your flying at Bankstown Airport after that. So normally your schedule goes a week on TAFE and then a week of flying. That goes throughout the whole 12 months.
And then after 12 months, you're a pilot.
So yeah, after 12 months, hopefully, if you graduate, you'll be a fully qualified commercial pilot.
Wow, okay. So how many hours do you have to do in the air?
So the course roughly goes about 170 hours. That's what the course is doing.
City Centre, get a Cessna Alpha Zulu November is approximately 10 miles west of Longreef, 1,800 on descent VFR 4 POB. Would like to request a Harbour Scenic 1 if available.
Maintain 1,500, QNH 1013.
Copy, we're cleared for a Harbour Scenic 1 and 1013. Thanks for that, Alpha Zulu November.
So at the moment we're just coming up to the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge. It's really a different perspective. And after this, girls, we'll go low level as well. We'll go to Bondi, Coogee, Cronulla.
Alpha Zulu November, on completion of this orbit, track to Sydney Head. Maintain 1,500, I will advise on descent.
This is Rose Bay underneath us over here.
Alright, track southbound.
Yeah, southbound.
For my Foxtrot, okay, thanks for that. The fixed beacon is tracking southbound in Victor 1, and you are cleared for the Bondi 5 southbound.
So can you enroll in this course straight from high school?
Yeah, definitely you can enroll straight from high school. You have to be 17 years old though when you start the course, and you have to be eligible for vet student loan, of course. But basically straight from high school, you can join a commercial pilot license integrated course already.
Okay, so when you finish the course, what are the career options?
So majority of the people want to get into the airlines. They want to fly as an airline pilot. So normally you start off with your recreational pilot's license, progress to your private pilot's license, and end up with a commercial pilot's license. But just because you have a commercial pilot's license, that does not mean that the airlines are going to hire you. So what they want is about a couple thousand hours experience. So a lot of people go through instructing. That's what Mitch and myself are doing at the moment, building our hours as instructors to hopefully end up in the airline one day. Some people go charter, so they go to the Northern Territory or Broome to build up their hours there, either bringing cargo, freight, or passengers in scenic flights, and eventually they'll meet up in the airline as well.
The airliners typically, there's 2 ways to get in these days. One is through a cadetship. You go through it with them, and they do all your training from zero, but most people, probably 90% of people, will do it the more traditional way of going to a flying school such as the one provided through TAFE New South Wales, and get their basic commercial that way. And then once you're with the airlines, they will train you on the specific aircraft type rating and train you to fly as a crew, basically.
Oh my god, there's whales! Did that big splash?
Yeah, there you go. Whale season.
It's amazing how accessible it is to be a pilot now. Like, you'd think that it's such a far-fetched dream to be a pilot.
Well, yeah, definitely, because when I started, I was basically just a weekend warrior coming in on my days off trying to fly. So I started out as a cabin crew. I did that for 2 years, so that was the one that was paying for my flight training. It took me about 2 years to get my private pilot's license, and because of vet student loan, it's just been more accessible for people now, so they can finish an entire commercial pilot's license course in a span of 1 year. So that's something I probably couldn't have done without vet student loan.
The good thing about doing your flight training in Australia is that once you get a commercial license, it is internationally recognised. It's ICAO approved course and a license, so you do have the opportunity of going overseas and flying elsewhere. I've done that myself and come back to Australia and flown. So the opportunities for flying as a pilot is, especially at this time when there's a huge global shortage of pilots, it's a good time to start learning to fly, I think. In the course we do quite a lot of flying, not just in the Sydney area. As you can see, even on this flight, we're approaching Wollongong pretty quickly. We'll be there in about 5 minutes. But we do a bit of flying across a number of states when the students you need 70 hours of command time, so flight time as pilot in command of aeroplane, that's on your own. You do a lot of flying. We have students flying to Melbourne, Brisbane, Adelaide we've had in the past, middle of Australia. We do navigation flights regularly to Canberra, and then an opportunity to visit a lot of regional centres such as Bathurst and Orange, Parkes, Dubbo. So you're not just confined to an area, which is a good thing about the course. You're always seeing new sites, going new places. At the moment, Carlos is flying the aeroplane for us. He's basically what he's doing is setting the nose. We call the nose attitude. So whatever the nose is doing in relation to the horizon, setting about 1/3 ground to 2/3 sky. And he's maintaining approximately 1,000 feet here. As you can see, there's some hills coming up, so we've made the decision to climb, just to provide an extra safety margin for that. You'll see him as well down here adjusting some of the controls. This is the engine power controls down here, so we just increase the engine power when we're climbing. You can see, just by looking at how he's flying the aeroplane, it's not too difficult flying at first. Yeah, it's challenging the first few hours that you do, but once you get more experience and comfortable with the aeroplane, really all he's doing is flying with 2 or 3 fingers there, and he's getting the aeroplane to do what he wants it to do.
527, C for departure.
Super. So yeah, you just got Campbelltown right underneath us to the left here.
Number 3, follow the Cherokee Lake downwind.
Alright, clear the land, November Romeo Foxtrot.
Okay guys, seatbelts fastened for landing.
Blue November.
Right, clear to land, Alpha November.
Zulu Sierra, downwind, stop and going.
Zulu Sierra, follow the 44 on final.
Follow 44. Zulu Sierra.
Mike X-ray Tango, runway right, line up.
Runway right, line up, Mike for Tango. Okay.